All right, we're going to talk about selling your house in 2024, right? We just went over the interest rates and everything, and we see where we are. Interest rates are still going up. And as I mentioned, more and more houses are staying on the MLS longer. To be quite frank, there are a lot more expired listings this time versus same time last year. Just looking at the MLS almost on a daily basis, I see a ton of listings expiring and not selling. However, it's not all gloom and doom for sellers because houses are selling. A lot of houses are selling, right? Like for instance, when I look at a listing and monitor it for a month or two, you would see maybe 10 or so houses in that area sell, 1 or 2 still are on the market. It might be price, it might be a few things. So if people really want it, they go and get it. That's all I can say. So houses are selling. It's not the end of the day for sellers, but what I would say is price it correctly. Gone are the days of where you list a property and you get 10, 20 potential buyers all fighting over your house and you start a bidding war. At least it's not that right now. Things have kind of changed a little bit, so you need to make sure you price the house correctly so it's competitive. Don't be greedy for gain. If you're trying to get too much money out of it, you may not sell. And the longer your house stays on the market, the more eyebrows it raises to where people are like, why is that house not selling? I don't want to touch it. What's wrong with it? Right? So keep that in mind. Don't try to get too much money and then you find yourself not being able to sell your house. Okay? Use I would say repairs, right? But what I wanted to touch on is use licensed contractors for repairs. So over time, you deep clean your house. Let's say you want to sell in the spring or the summer of next year. Start right now, or you should have started already, but normally people got spring cleaning. You know, I get it, it's the holiday season, you got your family coming through, a lot of foot traffic at times. But right in the spring, you want to do some deep cleaning, right? Or right after the holidays, I would say if you're planning on selling, start decluttering the house, do some deep cleaning. Think about painting certain areas, keep the colors really blend. But if you see some areas require maintenance, go ahead and hire a licensed contractor. Because now buyers are, a lot of buyers are including a property inspection addendum in a purchase offer, meaning they're going to send an inspector out there. They want to see what the property holds regarding hidden secrets, right, or damages or repairs. And they just use those pointers as ways to deleverage the seller, right? Or to gain leverage and say, oh, something is wrong with your HVAC. You need to take $5,000 off. Something is wrong with the tile in the bathroom. Take a couple $100 off or do the repairs. Quite frankly, buyers are not willing to get fixer-uppers anymore. That works more so for contractors or investors. But for the regular homeowner, they just want something that's move-in ready. Every once in a while, you might have somebody who is okay with doing a project, but for the most part, people don't want anything that they have to repair. Right now, the cost of repairs is just too high. Interest rates are super high. So if somebody qualifies for a property, they're just trying to move in and not have to worry about fixing it up. So make sure you do the necessary repairs and get a licensed contractor. It matters a lot when it's time to sell and people want to see proof of repairs and is it going to be up to code, you know. So make sure everything is filed with the county where you live in. Make sure these things are on the county record as far as the inspections were passed and everything was built according to code. All right, it just helps you a lot in a market like this. Obviously the curb appeal make it aesthetically attractive, right? They say looks are deceiving, but people do judge a book by its cover. That's a huge purchase. So when what they see up front can really make or break the sale, right? All right. I wouldn't say it's a seller's market anymore. Houses are selling, but a lot more houses are staying longer on the market, longer than usual in certain markets, certain areas, right? Certain areas are still hot, but certain areas are not so hot anymore. So be very mindful of that. And finally, I would say plan accordingly, right? So are you going to pick up a second mortgage? Are you willing to rent the property out for a little bit of time? Are you okay with paying a mortgage for a while while you are living somewhere else. So the ease of listing the property, it's gone in 30 days. Those days are long gone. It's not the same anymore. So keep in mind that, I just spoke with a lady. She bought a house in, I think it's Carroll County, and she's trying to get rid of this house she has in Prince George's County, right? Now she's paying 2 mortgages. So that is the story. I know another seller that's going through something similar. They moved out of state and they have a property that's been on the market for a while. So it's a story now where people are stuck with properties. So be mindful of that. Keep in mind, or keep a contingency plan to rent it out or to wait longer than usual, pay a few more months of mortgage than you would have in the past. Okay, so I hope that helps, and I will keep going.